Good morning, students. Today we will learn another new chapter, that is chapter 16. It's about natural disasters. So here you will learn about natural disasters and their kinds and the effect on natural disasters. Before we go through this chapter, we should know what does disaster mean. Disaster is an event that causes a lot of harm or damage. The word disaster originates from a Latin word aster, which means of the stars, and this refers to something bad or a misfortune. So, presumably, it means bad luck under the stars. Now, we'll read about the natural disaster. A natural disaster is an event caused by natural forces. It often has a significant effect on the shape of the earth or on the lives of people and other living things. Natural disasters have been taking place for as long as the earth has existed. There are many different types of disasters. Now let us learn about them. First we'll read about land disaster. Land disasters occur due to changes inside the earth's surface. For example, volcanoes, landslides and earthquakes. So volcanoes, landslides and earthquakes are the examples of land disasters. Now we'll read weather disasters. Weather disasters occur due to changes in atmospheric conditions. For example, tornadoes. Now water disasters. Water disasters occur when there are changes inside the earth's surface or due to atmospheric disturbances. Sometimes a combination of both these factors leads to water disasters. For example, tsunami. Effects of natural disaster. What are the effects? The biggest visible effect of natural disaster is a physical ruin that they leave behind. Since these disasters strike all of a sudden, people are not prepared for them. So, homes, vehicles, possessions are often destroyed, leaving families homeless and even jobless. However, the emotional toll of such disasters is much more devastating. These uneventful disasters can cause physical injuries and even death at a large scale. Communities may get displaced, separating the family members, friends, and neighbors. Mount St. Helens is an active volcano located in Skamania County, Washington, in the United States. So it's an active volcano. This volcano is known for its most catastrophic eruption on May 18, 1980 at 8:32 am. It is said that the eruption had the energy of 1000 Hiroshima-sized bombs. It resulted into a massive avalanche, which is the world's largest recorded avalanche. The avalanche resulted in deposits as deep as 600 feet and as far as 24 kilometers. Besides humans, even animals and plants gets affected. The habitat of animals and birds is burnt, flooded or buried by natural disasters. Animals are either killed or forced to leave their area and look for new habitat. It has been found that some natural disasters like volcanoes, wildfires completely destroyed some local species of plants and even animals also. Now we'll read about the types of disasters. First we'll read about the avalanche. An avalanche is a mass movement of snow, ice and rock down a mountain slide. It is also commonly known as snow slides. Avalanche occurs suddenly. In fact, as an avalanche nears the bottom of the slope, it gains speed and power. This is the reason why the smallest of the avalanche can cause a major disaster. A big avalanche can even sweep trains off the tracks, crush buildings and uproot trees. Anything can trigger an avalanche to occur. It could be an earthquake, wind, snowfall or even movement of the skies on snow. Now we'll read about the earthquakes. An earthquake is the shaking and vibration of the surface of the earth caused by the underground movement. Some earthquakes are so light that they are barely felt, whereas some of them are so violent that they cause extensive damage. A strong earthquake can even cause splitting of the ground. The place in the earth from where an earthquake originates is known as the focus. The point on the earth's surface directly above the focus is known as the epicenter. Maximum destruction takes place at the epicenter. Recall an earthquake that occurred in Gujarat on January 26, 2001. The epicenter of the earthquake was in the Kutch district, which was the worst affected area with extensive loss of property and lives. You can see the picture. When there is disturbance at the focus, pressure is released in the form of waves. These waves are known as seismic waves. These waves travel through the earth and reach the surface. The seismic waves shake the earth as they move through it. When the waves reach the surface, they shake the ground and everything on it. The magnitude of earthquakes is measured on a scale known as Richter scale. The scale ranges from 0 to 8.0. An earthquake is usually considered much more serious once it hits above 5. At magnitudes of 7.0 or 8.0, the damage can be catastrophic. On 26 December 2004, an earthquake of magnitude between 9.0 and 9.3 hit Sumatra, India, Sri Lanka and Maldives. On the other hand, the Gujarat earthquake, which occurred in 2001, had a magnitude between 7.6 to 7.7 on Richter scale. The largest earthquake ever recorded measured 9.5 on Richter scale, which occurred in Chile. Do you know that thousands of earthquakes occur every day around the world, usually in the form of small tremors? About 80% of all the planet's earthquakes occur along the rim of the Pacific Ocean, called the Ring of Fire. So, come to the yellow portion. A seismologist is a scientist who studies earthquakes. A seismograph is an instrument which used for recording the intensity and duration of the earthquake. Now I'll read about the tornado. A tornado is a violent rotating column of air. It is often referred to as twister. Most tornadoes have wind speed of less than 177 kilometers per hour. The most violent ones have wind speed of up to 480 kilometers per hour. A powerful tornado is capable of uprooting trees, destroying buildings, and overturning the vehicles. While some tornadoes last only for few minutes, others may persist for hours. A strong tornado can pick up a house and move it down the block. That is why tornado-prone areas have houses with strong basement shelters. Most tornadoes result from variation in climate and thunderstorms. They form when winds change direction during a thunderstorm. United States is more prone to tornadoes than any other place in the world. The intensity of tornado is measured with a Fujita scale or F scale. It ranges from F0 to F6. At F0, the speed of tornado may be 64,115 km per hour. Damage is light and may include damage to tree branches, chimneys, etc. At F1, damage is moderate, while above F3, damage is considerable. Above F5, the damage is devastating. The skyscrapers and high rises can collapse, and even the trains can be upturned. Now we'll read about the volcano. A volcano is an opening or rupture on the surface which allows hot magma, volcanic ash, and gases to escape from below the surface of the earth. The rocks inside the earth are present in liquid form due to very high temperature. These liquid rocks are known as magma. When pressure inside the earth builds up, volcanic eruptions occur. When the magma flows out of a volcano, it is known as lava. Lava can be thick and slow moving or thin and fast moving. The biggest volcano in the world is Mauna Loa in Hawaii. The tallest volcano in the solar system is not on Earth but on planet Mars. Olympus Mons is a giant volcano on Mars that rises to an elevation of 27 kilometers and it measures about 550 kilometers across. The name volcano has its origin from the name of Vulcan, a god of fire in Roman mythology. An erupting volcano can trigger tsunamis, flash floods, and earthquakes. Volcanoes may be classified as follows: active volcanoes, dormant volcanoes, and extinct volcanoes. What is an active volcano? Volcanoes that erupt frequently are known as active volcanoes. More than half of these volcanoes are part of the Ring of Fire, a region that encircles the Pacific Ocean. Now I'll read about the dormant volcanoes. Volcanoes which were once active in historical times but have the potential to erupt again are known as dormant volcanoes. For example, Mauna Kea volcano in Hawaii is estimated to have last erupted around 2460 BC. Extinct volcanoes. Volcanoes which have no chances to erupt again are known as extinct volcanoes. Now we'll read about tsunamis. Tsunamis are large, powerful ocean waves which are caused by certain disturbances inside the sea or ocean. These giant waves can travel for thousands of miles across the sea. They have enough energy and force to destroy buildings, trees, wildlife, and people. These waves are generated primarily due to earthquakes occurring below or near the ocean floor, underwater volcanic eruptions, or even landslides. Tsunami, which hit Indonesia and several other countries on 26 December 2004, was one of the deadliest in recorded history. The tsunami was caused by an underwater earthquake which measured 9.15 on the Richter scale. So, the Pacific Ocean experiences more tsunami than anywhere else in the world. Now we'll read about drought. A drought is a period of abnormally dry weather with little or no rainfall. If dry weather persists for a long period of time, it can cause serious problems. What are the serious problems? Loss of vegetation or crops. So, drought causes the soil to dry up. The plants are unable to get water from the soil and so they start withering. This leads to wilting away of plants and subsequent crop damage. Low levels of water in streams, rivers and lakes. Every day some water from the rivers, streams gets evaporated due to heat of the sun. However, the rivers get filled again when rainfall occurs. During drought, there is no rain and the rivers, lake and streams run dry. This leads to low availability of water for drinking and irrigation. Increase in prices. Since agriculture is the mode of livelihood for farmers, they are the most affected by droughts. Due to the loss of crops, the food becomes scarce. This also leads to steep increase in prices of vegetables and fruits. Forest fire or bushfire. Forest fire or bushfire is the uncontrolled fire that breaks out in the wooded areas. Such fire is caused naturally by lightning during thunderstorms. The fire in forest areas goes out of control as it spreads very fast. Wind is the major factor responsible for spreading the fire. Wind may even blow a bushfire to areas where people live, causing damage to life and property. Besides the natural factors, it has been found that human activities are also responsible for causing forest fires. The Great Fire of 1910, also commonly known as Big Blow Up Fire, was a forest fire which burned about 12,000 kilometers of area in northwest Washington.